In the match earmarked as the one the competition needed, England triumphed over Australia by 3 runs to go top of the group stages with 2 games to play, and in nail-biting fashion. There have been smatterings of brilliance and a few remarkable individual feats in this World Cup, but little by way of drama. Naturally, the responsibility fell to the 2 top-ranked ODI teams in the world, the defending champions against the hosts. The final they always expect when a World Cup comes around. A heavyweight clash live on TV, a fresh pitch is the stage and an expected sellout crowd to bring the noise. Nothing disappointed, as the overs and runs ticked down in Australia's chase of 260, the volume went up. For every "Come on England" from the 4,316-strong crowd, there was a "Come on Catherine," as Catherine Brunt turned the game with her final 2 overs, the 47th and 49th, in which she removed Alex Blackwell, 21, and, more importantly, the walking highlight reel Elise Perry, 70, who had seemingly decided to win the game on her own. England v Australia, Women's Cricket World Cup, Live. Read more. Jenny Gunn reckons she should hear her 2-year-old nephew screaming, "Come on Jenny," as she stood at the top of her mark for the final over with 16 runs to defend. Jess Jonasson clubbed the second ball for 4, before Ashley Gardner found Brunt in the deep. With 10 needed off the last 2 balls, Jonasson went aerial down the ground. The ball was well short of the boundary, but Nat Skyver's attempts to gather merely proceeded to knock it over the sponge. 6-2. Win it, then, but Jonasson could only find 2 to Heather Knight at deep mid-wicket. And so the volume was turned up one more time, when Knight spoke of people putting their hands up on the eve of the match. No attempt was made to hide that fact that England sides of old have lived and died by the contributions of a very select few. Today's match showed just what she was talking about. That England were able to post a competitive score of 259 for 8 was down to an excellent 7th wicket partnership of 85 between Brunt and Gunn. Both may look back on their career batting stats and think they could have given more. Today they set about rectifying those numbers. Brunt's unbeaten 45 is her new career best, while Gunn's 39 was her highest ODI score since a 52 made against Sri Lanka in the 2013 World Cup. Tammy Bowman's dogged 49, which lasted well over 2 hours, came out of necessity as the more fluent hands of Sarah Taylor and Skyver were curtailed at 35 and 29 respectively. Crucially, the 12.1-over stay of Gunn and Brunt, during which they went a tick under 7 and over, helped England to rectify a batting power play that only returned 24. The loss of Danny Wyatt. The pair forced Australia to think differently. Elise Perry, usually so reliable, was left with 3 overs unbowled as her radar starting acting up, though hers wasn't the only one going haywire. Of the 32 extras in the innings, 23 came in wides. It meant that Elise Villani was called upon to bowl the final over, which started with Gunn launching her straight and true for the 6th 6 of the England innings. They had never hit more than 2 against Australia in an ODI before. If one performance summed up England's is talk of a close-knit group welcoming and supportive of new faces, it came from Alex Hartley. At 23 years of age and in just her 13th ODI, she put in a performance to remember. A return of 2 for 31 from her 10 overs may not have been a career best, but the merits are in the finer print: 31 dot balls and 2 boundaries conceded, plus the wicket of the best batsman in the world. "I was like, wow, it's Meg Lanning," Hartley disclosed at Stumps, admitting to being starstruck at this early stage in her career. But reverence soon gave way for pragmatism. "I had to, keep chill." Keep chill she did. An opening stand of 56 got Australia's chase off to a tidy start, but all knew the game's outcome would depend on the third wicket pairing. At the beginning of the 19th over, with the score 72 for 2 and 188 more needed for the win, Lanning and Perry were united. Together, their average ODI partnership is 104.07. In pursuit of a target, that rises to 182.50. But Hartley had a plan. Lanning could not read her changes of pace, only scoring 4 from 15 balls of left-arm spin faced at the top of her mark. For what would be her wicket-taking delivery, she cycled through her options: quicker ball, slower ball, yeah, quicker ball, and caught Lanning advancing too early. The ball dipped and went on with the arm to clip her off stump. I think I went pretty mad, to be fair. Lanning sang Hartley's praises after the match, wise to her talents since the pair were teammates at Lanning's Box Hill Cricket Club 6 years ago. Australia's captain cited overs 30 to 40 as the period in which her side lost the match, when 138 needed from the last 20 overs somehow morphed into Australia needing to go in excess of 9 and over for the final 10. Hartley sent down 4 in that 10-over period. There were clouds to the silver linings. England's knack of fielding well on the deck but appallingly in the air continued, with a host of boundaries saved but 3 catches dropped. The most notable was Perry on 67, spilled at long on by Skyver off the bowling of Danielle Hessel. Perhaps that is another lesson to learn about this side. They are not perfect, but, refreshingly, they don't let the bad moments linger.